Hello everyone, and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par, and today I will be playing Seablock. So, in the previous episode, we built this awesome block that produces iron. So we have a lot of iron now, lots of copper, and good amount of tin. So, in today's episode, I would like to focus on one very important thing that we've been having a shortage of, and that is the green sockets. I want to produce, or like to fix at least, our green socket production. So let's take a look. Let's move to this build, and let's see what we can do. The main problem that we observe is the fact that we don't have tin. However, if you look at the tin usage, it's actually needed only for green sockets and only to produce the wires, which we can get these wires directly, and we'll save a lot, lots and lots of resources, both tin and copper. We remember that from the time when we built this block, producing the wires, and we have lots of wires in there, right? So let's try to rebuild this block a little bit. I want to improve it. I am not sure I like how it looks right now, so let's see. First of all, what level of machines is available to us? We have red electronics assembly machines and blue like regular assembly machines. So let's maybe focus on this. Red electronics. Okay, this is not supposed to be tier 2, by the way. This is supposed to be tier 1, like regular steam, because it requires less charcoal. Okay, we are using correct machines here and here. It's also tiny ones, like small ones. And it also looks to be correct, seems to be correct. Let's try to understand. We are placing 8 of them in a block, which gives us, so 8, we would need to have 4 blocks of this, right? You'll need to have 4 blocks, and the input is copper and wood. Let's see. Here we have 1. No. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 per block. This ones we have just 2 per block, so this layout is kinda nice. It's actually looking to be pretty good. One thing that... let's see. It requires getting wood, and requires getting a lot of copper plates. So what we can do, we can actually switch this to consume copper coils instead, and we can uncoil it right here. I think that would be better. For this part, will we be able to really scale this production or not? If we're going for 30, we will need to have 7 assembly machines as the input, and here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this build is giving us 30 electronic sockets. However, for the science we need 35. We need slightly a little bit more, and majority of it actually spent on the blue science. So we would like to scale this like a little bit. Maybe to have maybe to have like a little bit more of this circuits, and maybe 1 more or 2 more. How many can we fit? That's the question. We'll need to figure out how many we can fit. So this will be using 11 charcoal, which means that the current build is maxed out pretty much. it's maxed out because we will not be able to provide more. Will not be able to provide more carbon. Let's do the following. Let's do it slightly differently. Let's say that we are no longer interested in tin plates at all. Instead, what we'll try to get, we will get tin wire coil. Yes, let's start requesting tin wire coil. We'll request lots of it. We'll do the same thing for copper plates. So instead of requesting copper plates, we'll actually request copper sheet coil, also 200. And instead of iron plates, we'll be requesting iron thingies, iron sheet coil. Like that. The solder is not really upgraded yet. We can upgrade it later. We can do that later. While we are doing that, I want to completely remove the limits. You know what? Or maybe we could keep the limits for now. I'm not sure what to think. Let's keep them for now. Because I want to first use up all the resources, specifically tin and potentially copper, like however much copper we'll need, on green circuit production, and later on we'll upgrade it. Sorry, not upgrade it, but we'll use copper here on this build. Let's wait a little bit, so we have to wait. So, red circuits also require green circuits, so it basically seems like we are limited here by the throughput of by like our production of the charcoal. Maybe we could consume some charcoal and kind of mix them up to have a little bit better builds here. Let's see. So can I make this significantly more compact, maybe? Because in theory we could try and combine these two builds. One row of these circuits will be producing 36 basic circuits. So we'll be producing 36 basic circuits from a red belt of copper plates. Can we make it a little bit more compact? We probably can. I'll think about it. I'll think about ways of making it slightly more compact. Let's see, we have 16,000 of the plates, and we are using it up there. Nice. Let's maybe start building. Let's start designing a new build there, like improved build, and we'll see what we can get. We want it to be more compact. That's for sure, right? That's one of our goals. We want this whole thing to be more compact. So the output in the future, I believe we cannot flip this. Yes, we are not allowed to flip this. So just flip it manually. Kind of like that. It's going down. This thing is going up. This thing going there. Okay, let's just copy this build. And I also wanted to make it a little bit more compact, right? We could do that, actually. We just might be able to make it tiny bit more compact, but we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Right. How would we do that? Because I want to feed I want to fit many lines of this build here, and I feel like it can be done. Oh no, we will not be able to do it here. You know what? It's fine. We'll ignore the fact that I want to make it a little bit better. Right. What we can do, let's say this will be the output, and it will be a little bit throttled in the beginning, because one line will not be able to output like as much of the things here. However, what we can do, we can add this kind of things. Right. We can basically have such build. We will remove the lamps from these positions, and we will switch. So what I'm doing, I'm basically moving this belt, this line, a little bit kind of to the left, right? That's what I'm trying to get here. And this inserter could be placed here, actually. This inserter could be placed there. And this way, this whole part will be significantly more compact. At least that's the hope, right? This is extra, not needed. We can make these things a little bit better. Like that. That direction, and here, same direction. Let's repeat this. Oh, we are doing it outside. Okay. That is fine. Thermal refining. We got something. Nice. Now, the part that is a little bit missing is this one. So place inserters there. We need to turn them, right? We'll be taking stuff from this side and dropping it over there really, really quickly. Same thing will be done here. Like that. We can flip this inserter. Can we? Yes. And we can flip this one. And we did it. So now this part should be really, really fast. Should be really fast. And we can actually copy it. Let's copy it, how many times? We want it 4 times total, right? Want it to be copied 4 times. 1, 2, 3. So here we have 3 copies of that build. The problem is that we're actually missing a couple of let's see, couple of belts, underground belts, and now we have them. So this will be the wood. We will be delivering wood in the middle, and this part will be a little bit different, because what I want to do here, I want to basically use this thing, assembly machine, in order, so the idea is that we'll be uncoiling we'll be uncoiling copper. Right, we'll be taking regular copper and uncoiling it. This will be the output, this will be the wood. How would we get it delivered? Let's think about that. So we could actually, let's go here, and let's say we are taking this copper plate from here. It means that we need 6.8 total amount of copper sheet coil in order to make this work, in total. That means that we can deliver all of that on one belt, and it will be enough to sustain this thing, even if we like double or triple it, right? It should be enough. So let's maybe focus on that. We'll get this thing here, get the same thing over here. No, I am not sure about that. If we move it right there, then we can actually copy it kind of like multiple times, right? We could have this build producing a lot of circuits, right? We could have this thing produce a lot of brown circuits. And now the question would be how. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 lines here. Here we basically doubled, right? This thing pretty much doubles because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of these lines. Now, the real trick, is figuring out what to do with this part, because ideally I'd like this one doubled as well, right? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want to do that? So let's try to maybe like copy the middle part. This one seems to be pretty isolated. So that's our build that we are using for green circuits. We do not need this part at all, because we can deliver like normal tin wires in here. Let's revisit this. We do not need this one, we don't really need this one. So in terms of amounts, what do we have? We need 2 times iron plates, we need solder, basic circuits, tin wire, copper, and lots of charcoal. Let's see. Well, basically like the carbon, we actually need carbon. We want 15 of carbon, not 11 of charcoal. So we'll want 15. Let's keep this in mind. Actually, let's remove this and let's keep it at 15. That means that the part that we really care about is the iron. And we will have to have 1 red belt of iron per this thing, per a copy of 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so 4 machines will be using 1 belt of iron, and we'll have in total like more machines than that, right? We'll have in total, like, at least I want to have like 4 lines of this thing. Let's see. So all of this can actually occupy half a belt. They do not have to be like a full belt. And what it also means is it means that we can actually share the middle belt with tin wires, because here we have solder and brown circuits mixed. That means that and their amount matches the amount of tin copper wire. It means that we can actually share this line. So let's try to do that. Let's basically get whatever. Let's move back. Let's get this build, and we will try to share this line. This line. We can also make everything here a tiny bit faster by doing things like that. Right? Let's copy it, let's flip it up. So we made this part faster, we can make these inserters faster, this one's faster, this one's faster. Alright. Now, this part will also be made a little bit faster. Not that we really need it, but... oh, wait, it's the wrong one. I'm supposed to be taking things from here and dropping them there. Right? Like that. And here we'll basically do exactly the same thing, but flipped vertically. And there we are doing exactly the same thing, but flipped vertically. Okay, this will be fast insertion. This will be a fast one as well. This will be a fast. I think I missed this one. I think you need to have this one over there. And it got to be a copy, like a vertical copy of this one. Nice. Okay, this is looking pretty good, actually. Now our goal is to flip this build. Right, we will flip it. So how would it work? We will copy this part. We basically flip it. We will copy this part. And we'll basically flip it. Did I flip it correctly? No. I want to flip it like this. And we will get this part. And we will also flip it like that. Okay, let's see. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one. No, not like this. Goes here. I think something is wrong here. Why are we getting... Why are these things going down? Is it because it's charcoal? Yes. Oh, sorry, it's carbon. Yep. Exactly because of that. It's because it is carbon. So let's make sure... Oh, not this one. Let's make sure this is all going down, this is going up. This part. Let's copy it. Flipping it. Yeah, unfortunately, like, it's really unfortunate, but we cannot... flip this assembling machines. Even though they don't really have connections right now, we still cannot do it, and that's really sad, in my opinion. It's a pretty sad situation, but yeah, is what it is. Let's see. So... I want it to be like properly connected with power poles, so we'll be using this design. And how much can we fit? Let's see. So if we copy this, actually let's cut it and place it maybe here, like that. Oh, you know, we could actually leave space. Let's leave some space. Let's not do it like that. We could leave a space and we could maybe merge the middle belt. Maybe. How much are we producing? We'll be producing 30 electronic circuits. On one side, 30 on another, so one belt should be enough. You know what, let's still keep it as like two separate belts. Let's not do it. We are not saving much by splitting this thing. So, like that. I also want to move it one tile to the left. Maybe not. Maybe... I kinda do. Okay, let's keep it like this. Let's not move it too much, because otherwise we will not have space there, and we'll need to somehow place everything, like put everything into our house over there. Did this thing clear up? What is it? What is our... We are short on something. What are we short on? Iron, of all things. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna request iron. Just because I think it's might be easier to get rid of. Well, it wouldn't really be easier, would it? I don't have that much tin. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just unblock and consume all of the resources that we have, specifically all copper. And the iron thing... Yeah, we don't have iron, but we don't have that much tin. We can just remove the tin. Nice. So this part will be uncoiling. What is that? Will be uncoiling. Not iron, right? We want to uncoil copper, because this thing is supposed to make copper. So we'll uncoil copper. We will have wood getting delivered. So let's change this a little bit. We actually are going for double this amount, right? So we are talking about basically like 60 here, and we are doubling this, so it's like 140, right? I believe so. No. Can be right. What? How much do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. So if you're limited to 8, and in total we have how many lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 lines. I think I'm overbuilding here something. We will never be able to produce this much. Let's not do entire. Let's say we are sticking with 70. I think that's good enough, honestly, yeah. That is enough. And this part will be consuming 60, which is a bit... It's okay, it's okay. We don't have lots of usages of basic circuits anyway. So that means that we will not need 7, as I initially thought. We will need a red belt, a full red belt of copper sheet coils, which is a lot. But it's still less than wood. So we'll need 2 belts of wood coming in. Let's do this. Let's figure out how we will achieve that. And we will achieve it the following way. We'll add splitter here. I mean, we could literally split it like half and half, to be honest. Yes, maybe that's what we should do. We will be given some of the things here. Some of the wood will go to the right. Right here. So this is the... sorry, not the wood. This is copper that we are delivering. So this is copper. And this part Okay, it's looking a bit strange maybe, but it's gonna work. It is gonna work. Could make it a little bit nicer. We don't have to do it like this. Since we are splitting this anyway, we could basically make it look like that. And this one we want it to be here. Right? So we have copper coils going here. We'll also need to get some wood. Let's figure out the wood part. How would we do that? We'll get wood here. We can get... Well, we need to get wood here, here, here. Basically like everywhere here. Let's start with this part. We'll also need two... Oh no, wait, this was wrong. We need 2 belts of wood and only 1 belt of copper sheet coil. So we don't have to make it this complicated. We can make it a little bit easier, actually. Yeah. Let's go with the simpler approach. Place this thing here. Could make it a little bit more compact if you wanted to, like that, for example. And this one, we will do it like this. Nice. This one, do it like this. Awesome. So look at this. This is super beautiful build. It just needs some coils. The other thing that it needs 2 belts of wood. Let's give it 2 belts of wood. How would we do that? So this is not the most... Like, this is not the easiest way to actually deliver wood. So let's do it without these things. We'll do it separately. I will do it differently. We'll have a line going, let's say, here. And we will send some wood right there. We will send wood there. And we'll send wood there. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3. And the last one will go here. So this will be 1 line of wood. Another one, basically copy this, to be honest. Just okay, we cannot paste it because I have some extras. We'll do it like this, and then we'll paste it here. Now, the only trick is that we'll need to move all of this down by 1. Right, we move it down here by 1, and we move it here down by 1. Okay. Yeah, we'll have a splitter in the beginning. Well, actually, we don't even need to have the splitter. Let's not have it. We'll just have 2 wood lanes coming from the warehouse down here. And all of that stuff will be delivered. Okay, let's have all these new recipes, because as you know, I like to not have them with this exclamation mark. Now, what exactly are we missing here? We're missing this couple of buildings here and here. Same thing here. I think it should work, like this part should work, and we are basically doubling it, and we still manage to do it in a way that, like, we basically still have space, or at least it looks like we have some space at first glance. This part needs to be copied how many times? Let's take a look. It needs to be copied 1, 2, 3, 4 times exactly, right? So let's copy it 4 times. Okay, we cannot do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. Now, we can merge this, or maybe we shouldn't. How should we make this work nicely? So these are the final pieces. We don't really care about them. We don't need them. These are carbon. Like this is carbon. These ones will be used. This will be solder and basic circuits. So we actually need to transport some of this output over there. And I think it would be best. How much do we need? For this build to work, we need 60, which means that we need exactly 2 belts. So exactly 2 belts need to go in the direction over there. What's the best way to transfer that? We can actually try and do that here. Like right here. No. I don't want to do that because it might make things a little bit too complicated. I mean, I'm not sure whether this is the right thing to do. Let's try to keep this a little bit symmetrical, something like this. Right, so we'll do things like that. And here they will go, I guess, like this. We'll also have something similar down here. From here, here. Right? Let's just kind of make like free up some space. We basically want to just free up some space right here, and now it's looking pretty good in my opinion. Stuff is looking pretty good now. Now the trick is that we need to send 2 belts of copper to the left. That one belt can come here, and here we'll have second belt, and another belt will come from these 2 lanes. That's the idea. And the way we'll be sending things to the left is basically like this, I think. Right? We'll just send stuff like literally to the left. And this one will go to the right. So we are producing more than 2 belts. So let's say we'll keep this belts kind of running. We will not be merging them. We'll just deliver them as is. So this is 1 belt that will go there, and another belt will be the exact copy of this one, right? It's like literally the copy. Except well, no exceptions. Just a copy. Simple as that. Third, and here we'll have fourth. And they're supposed to all be running pretty much in parallel. So we shouldn't really be concerned about whether like some of them are used more than others. It should all be fine. And all of this should be fine. Now, what I was thinking about. We have this stuff getting delivered, and we need to feed it basically here. We need to feed it. Wait, not here. This is iron. You know what? Let's start doing it for real. Let's start producing this thing for real. I am completely removing this whole block. It's basically just gone now. This whole thing is gone. We don't need it. We'll figure it out, like how exactly to build this thing better. And let's hope that we don't run out of green circuits while we're doing that. Let's hope we don't run out of them. Okay, this is a pretty compact build. Let's copy it and we'll try to place it in its proper location. We'll try to do it as high up as we can. So let's see here, and as far to the right as we can. I'm leaving one space in order... Medium electric pole is in the way. I'm leaving one space in order to be able to... In order to be able to give like some extra charcoal, to leave some extra charcoal over there. Must insert is in the way. Let's try again. That is our build. Placing it. Okay, nice. Oh, we got the inserters. This is awesome. I'm not gonna schedule any research because I'm missing a key piece of our infrastructure. And I see blue robots. This is great. This is really good. Okay, now we will want to send some charcoal. Let's say we'll have charcoal delivered right here, right along the edge. Over there. Oh, wait. Wrong direction. Let's clear these things at the very end. So, okay, maybe I don't think I can do that. It's not yet. This thing is taking things. Wait, we only have this inserter actually taking the plates. Right, let's wait for this thing to actually happen. And we probably need better charcoal production. Let's have a better charcoal production. We need to produce 30 charcoal. Right? We are using this recipe, the simple one, that relies on... Sorry, we need to produce 30 carbon. We are relying on this recipe that needs to get some steam, and we are using this process to get the steam. Means that we need 5 boilers and 6.7 liquefiers. That's a lot of liquefiers that need to take... Actually, it's not a lot. They need to take 20 charcoal. It means they need barely more than 3. Just 3 charcoal per item. Let's try to come up with a better build for this, because this is not exactly compact. So how would we do that? How would we do that? I think I know how. So we'll have charcoal getting delivered like this. We'll have 5 of these things. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we could make it 6. Whatever. We could make it like slightly higher. It's okay. We could even make it 7, you know, to keep the same numbers. Yeah. And we'll have this process that takes... Maybe we should do it like this. It will take this steam. Oh, look at that. I like this. Can we turn it? Look at this, what we came up with. This is awesome. This is looking great. Now, the tricky part is actually making sure that these inserters deliver the right amount of things. Like, they're fast enough to deliver stuff into liquefiers. And the way I'm gonna achieve this, I'll just turn them, right? Instead of turning like 180 degrees, I'll make them turn only 90 degrees. We already used this trick a couple of times, so it's like nothing new. Right? And the input, we need 20 charcoal. That's why we'll have such input. On the output front, on the other hand, we'll use this process, right? We'll use this approach. How do we do it? We'll have... I mean, we don't have to use red ones here. We can use regular... use yellow ones, but it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. It's like whatever. Here, let's say we will prioritize taking things from the closest, as usual, just to make sure all of this is built up nicely. Let's proceed. Have this process. I will have this configuration for inserters. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to reduce as much as I can the angle of the turn, right? And that's why I'm switching it here, because by switching it here, the angle from this turn, if it moves like clockwise, it needs to turn actually less. You can kind of see it with like the direction of the arrow, and what this does, it speeds up the whole process like significantly by a lot. Like it really, it makes a huge difference, seriously, with inserters. And that's why I actually like, well, not like, but I want to have this research more rotation configuration options, because what this allows me to do, it will allow me to make this loading much faster. And in addition to upgrading, like, you know, inserters and increasing stack sizes, like our trains will be unloaded basically immediately. Now we have to wait like half a minute for the train to be unloaded, which is like, it's taken forever, to be honest. But it's okay, it's okay, we'll get there. We will get there. Now, let's completely delete this whole, well, not this whole part, but like maybe this part. So we deleted it. And the problem is that actually lacking some RoboPort coverage. Let's fix this. Let's say we'll add RoboPort there. Maybe a little bit lower. Because I want to avoid connection with this power pole. And let's see what happens with this. So we are clearing all of that. We will have extra charcoal getting delivered, right? That's the important part of what we are doing. We're actually getting some extra charcoal, and it will be fed here, and we don't have splitters anywhere there. Oh nice, look at this, we have fast inserters. Use this thing. We'll be sending charcoal, maybe even not like this, maybe even like that. Let's see, how much do we need? This should be enough. Let's clear this part. And now that I actually remembered about that, we need the same thing, but with vertically, to feed our boilers, right? We need exactly the same thing for the boilers. This whole thing should make our charcoal build much better, and it should be able to supply. One problem that, no, we don't have problem, because we have the output is 30 carbon, and we'll have enough. Here in input priority from the left, right, that's what we want. And to take things from the left first, because we have shorter buffer here. I don't know whether it actually works. I think it depends on the buffer inside the machines, and with the loaders, the buffer is equal to stack size, I believe, as opposed to inserters. With inserters, it's basically like a couple of iterations, so I don't remember exact formula, but with loaders, I think the machines can be filled to the max. Probably. Don't quote me on that. I am not fully sure about that. So let's remove this, and we will place it I guess here this is looking to be good enough to me. This place looks good enough. We'll feed this the water. This part is very slowly getting built. The important part is that we have full RoboPort coverage. That's what we really care about, right? And here Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky to properly connect everything, but we'll do it. We'll manage to do that, I'm sure about that. Let's start clearing this spot. So first of all, this line doesn't have to go higher. These lines don't have to go higher. This one doesn't have to go higher than that. There's no point. And even this spot is not needed. Let's finish them, nicely so that they look really nice. This part, what is it used for? Oh, right. It's actually needed there. Okay. I guess it's also needed there. Then there. This part, not needed, not needed. We can... Okay, we already did it here. Good. This one. This is our carbon, right? We're actually getting carbon here. And this is... the wires. Tin wires. Okay, this is looking pretty good. That means, what that means is that we can actually get this belt and kind of split it like that. Alright. Okay. It might look a bit strange. It's okay. It is fine. It's fine. And we can connect things right there. The input here is from the right, because we want to use our local charcoal as a priority, right? And we'll be importing like extra charcoal, pretty much the same amount, right? Yes, basically like 9 charcoal will be imported, just because we have to import it. Let's see. Is everything looking good? I think it's looking pretty good. Now we need a connection. And the power comes from this spot, and you know what, let's remove all of this. I don't want to have them, because we will have to redo all of that. Meanwhile, I've requested everything that we need. I believe we just said that we need some charcoal. And 200. Getting lots of stuff in there. And the... whatever leftovers we have, I think we have, yeah, we have a little bit of tin. It's okay, it can even stay there, but I will actually add like some inserters at the end to take the tin from there. The spot. Oh, we don't have coverage. Let's fix this. Let's fix this really, really quickly. We can get it by adding... we'll just add something there, temporarily. Now, let's go here and copy this build, because it has the connection and we have approximately like some understanding of where exactly the things will be, like will need to be delivered. Right? I want to push this as high up as I can, and probably as far to the left as I can, but I'm not sure I actually can. No, we can. Yes, we can definitely do it. We can push it. Should we do it like this? That's the question. So let's think. Let's think. What is the output of this build? The output is 2 belts of circuits and 4 belts of basic circuits. So that means it's like 2 plus 4. So electronic circuits on each side will have 1 belt, and basic circuits on each side will have 2 belts. That means that we do not actually need a lot. You know, I want to place it just basically like this. I want to place it like this, and we'll figure out the... yes, and we'll figure out this part with connection separately somehow. We'll figure this out. Should be okay. Right, the important part is that we have two of this. I don't like that. I do not like... Oh, what's happening? Right. Connection here. I'm not sure I like the connections here. Okay, let's remove the output. This is the end of the input. So let's mark it clearly as the end. We will not be extending it. We cannot really extend it, to be honest. Right. I want these lines to go further down. So I actually want them to come from this side. Maybe even here. And I want this part. What is the output? Here is the output. I want the output to go here like that. This will be two lines of green circuits. I need to somehow connect all of this, and I'm a bit cannot really decide on how to do it. Cannot really decide on that. Well, actually, it's okay. It's okay. Let's keep all of this as is, like literally like that. We just need to... Oh no, we cannot. We don't have proper delivery of wood, right? Because this is wood that we wanted. This is wood. And we want the wood to come kind of from... Okay, let's do it like this. We'll have the wood coming from this side. And... so complicated. Let's see. This one needs solder and basic circuits. So, basic circuits will be coming from this side, solder will be coming from that side. Simple, right? Same thing is needed here. Basic circuits from this side, solder from the other side. Sounds simple. That is one belt of basic circuits that we are sending here. It will be used up like that. Right? This will be how we are using one belt. On the other side, it will need to have a pretty similar setup, but for like with the solder, right? So let's copy this one, and we'll have very similar thing here with the solder. Now, what else do we need? We need this middle part, and this middle part needs to uncoil the... We'll need to uncoil this thin copper wire, and in order to uncoil it, we'll need how many? We'll need 1.7 assembly machines, but if you use this one's for uncoiling, it's 1.9. It's still okay, right? It's still enough to do what we needed to do. So we can actually place it here. This is our uncoiling machine. And we can place second one. Place second one here. Right. So we have two of these uncoiling machines right there. They will need to get some tint wire coils. We'll give them tint wire coils. It's okay. What else do we need in terms of input here? We have this thing. We have solder. Solder will be delivered from there. We have this stuff. We need this input. This will be the iron, right? We'll be delivering iron, and we'll want to also deliver iron from this side. So we'll have iron. How much iron do we need? We actually need 4 belts of iron. Okay, so we need basically full belts of iron from... yeah, we'll get this part full belts of iron. That's okay. This one will... Let's think. I need to deliver to... right, like this. But we will want to deliver... basic circuits. So these 2 lines are basic circuits that are actually coming from here. One and second. This one needs to be kind of shared in a way, or I guess sent over there. So this input is about these coils. No, not the coils. Yes, the coils. This is the coil input, and we have just one of it. So we have just one input with the coil. Maybe let's get it in the middle in order to avoid as much balancing as we can. So we'll have copper coils taken from the middle, from right here. We will immediately merge them. They will be immediately merged right there. Actually, a little bit further. And then we will send them over there. That's the plan. Right? I think I need to do it there. Because this part will be the output. Okay, this is another iron. Okay, 1 iron, 2 irons. How about I mark the iron with this stuff? So we'll have iron marked with underground pipes. Not pipes, underground belts. And this is another output that we are getting. And what I want to do, I actually want to use like this stuff. So we merged one output. We can do actually the same thing with another one. We can send out green chips kind of directly from there, almost. Okay, almost, not quite. And send this over there, and we'll need kind of something along the lines here, like this. So this is the output. So we took the output. That's good. We are getting copper wires, coiled copper thingies, these ones, and we'll send them over there, just like that. And we'll mix them. Okay. We'll merge them, and they will be uncoiled at some point. Once, I guess, we power all of this up. Let's power this. Now, we need iron. Let's do this. We need iron here. We need solder for this one. We need tin coil for this one. And we need another iron for that one. So that's how much we need for this part of the build. And the question, what is left that we require here? We need only the wood, as far as I know. We'll have wood here. And we'll copy exactly the same things here to feed the other side, plus charcoal. Charcoal will have to come from this side. So the first one is actually iron shot coil. Oh, I have a tiny problem. I forgot that iron needs to be uncoiled. I forgot about that. But that is okay. It means that we actually need only one iron belt, doesn't it? How many like how much uncoiling do we need to do? We need to have what? 7.5 machines? Uncoiling it? Wait, seriously? That means that we need 2 machines for each belt here, right? Because we have 4 belts and we need 2 machines. That means that we don't really have enough space for that. But it also means that it's enough to have only one belt. So it's like 1 belt to 4 machines. We will figure this part out a bit later, I think. So let's say this is the iron. Another thing that we need tin wires. Wait, no, solder. This one is the solder. Solder? Solder. And this one is... what was that again? The tin thingy. Tin wire coil. That's the one. And this will have to be wood, I believe. What is wood? Wood. Let's take a look on this. Will have to be charcoal. Let's immediately set it as charcoal so that we don't forget. Okay, so what this means? This means that we need to change something here. Right. This is uncoiling tin copper wire. This one is uncoiling it as well. We need to feed it. Actually, this can be fed directly. That's good. This one we'll figure out how to better feed it. It's okay. Let's maybe get this one done first. So we're feeding this one directly. Good. Now, we'll need to send some wood to the left. We'll send it maybe like right here. Where is the wood input in our build? I think this is the wood input. So we'll need to just be a little bit careful in terms of what exactly we are doing with the wood. Should be fine. Should be fine. We'll send wood basically over there somehow. Somehow it will be done. Right, the wood will be sent over there. And this is the wood that we need to send. Okay, we have 2 woods, right? We have this wood that goes up to here. And we have this second wood. So the second wood can be delivered directly like this, or we can figure out something else. It's okay. We don't have to decide on this right now. We can decide on this a little bit later. It's fine. It is fine. This part is iron, this part is iron. So I'm more worried at this point about iron, to be honest. This thing... Okay, we have 2 things here. We have 2 things. I want to have like different order for this, I think. We have a couple of things happening here. We need to feed... how to do that? We could have something along these lines. We could have this process. right? That will be outputting things. We can merge them and send them to our iron. We kind of have this process running. And it would, I think, even work. Let's say uncoiling. Where are we uncoiling things? We are uncoiling things right here, right? So we will be uncoiling things. We can swap a little bit the directions here to make it a little bit, you know, nicer. And we could even move it up by 1, which I feel would be a good thing to do. So this is our iron. It has to come there. Let's think. On this side, we will want to get some no, just connect it directly. Initially, I didn't want to use the space, but you know what? Let's just do it somehow. It's gonna be fine. Right. So let's use it somehow. I meant 1, 2, 3. Let's do it like this. This one will be here. This one will be here. Oh, right. And this one will be here. It's okay. We basically connect all of them like that. We'll move it over here. Turn. Underground belt. We will make it a little bit faster. How do I do it? Flip vertically, copy, flip horizontally. Make all of this work a tiny bit faster. And this part will come from here. This will be our iron sheet coils. And this is our, like this other thing, the solder. Now let's take a look and try to see whether this whole thing even works. Right, okay, stuff is being taken, that's good. We will be missing carbon, which is... Actually, we shouldn't be missing carbon. Why would we be fine with missing carbon? We are supposed to be, like, we are supposed to have a really awesome carbon build now. Right? So all of this should be working without any issues. We should be getting lots of carbon delivered. We have this thing pretty much working, I think. It's supposed to be working, at the very least. Well, it will be missing one thing from here. It will be missing... We should probably send the wood over there. Let's do that. We could actually move it right here. We can pull it there. Let's grab the wood. The problem here is that we need to figure out how to deliver wood to the spot. And I feel the best option is to actually send wood over here, of all things. That means that we will not have lots of space to connect everything here. Or at least we might not have enough space to connect everything the way we initially wanted to. But it should still be okay, because we could copy this thing here. We could say that we'll get stuff there. We could send iron from this side, right? And we can basically get this built done. I mean, it could be even here. We could even get a little bit higher. Maybe not too high. I think this should be enough. Because, right, that should be enough. Actually, I think I want to have it go a little bit lower. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have this wood that we need to have delivered, right? So we have this need for the wood. Let's say we get the wood from this side, we get the wood will come from here. And I shouldn't have deleted the previous one, it's okay. And the iron will come from this side. Then the iron will be kind of uncoiled. We'll have a connection with the power so that we can actually do that. Wood will be sent over there. Iron will be sent over here. Let's take a look what's happening. We are getting some of the wooden boards. Oh, not wooden boards. Brown circuit boards. We are getting them. Let's get this part finalized. We are sending wood. We are sending iron coils. This part, the only thing it's missing, I believe, is basic circuit, right? Yes, and then it should start working. And we'll see, and basic circuits are basically getting connected. This part needs connection, this one needs connection. Looks good. We want to send majority of the things to the left, right? That's the idea. We want to supply this build, and we'll have to, like, this part will consume a lot of resources, and it will consume a lot of brown circuits. So this prioritization, I feel it's important. I feel it's important for this build. Now, we have 4 of these belts, and we need them to go... let's go to, I want to change it kind of like that, to look kind of a bit nice, actually. Maybe not even like that, maybe like this. Right, let's see. So, what we want to do. I want to send this part. It's like, you know, I just wanted to send, let's say, over here. Let's move it. I don't want to think about, like, how exactly we need to connect everything. I just want it there, and then it's gone, right? We don't even have to think about it. The second half of it can be, like, pretty much directly fed in there. Just find the maximum distance. Yes, that's the maximum distance. Second part can basically be just like fed directly here, and it will be fine. That means that one of the green circuits can actually be sent along this side over there. Do we have enough reach? No, we don't have enough reach. That is okay. It will be basically sent over there. And these ones will have to be split between... Oh no, wait. We're still missing one other green circuit. That's fine. So this will be going here. And this one will be going here. And this green circuit, it will... Oh, I want it to go like this. This will be much better. This green circuit will go like this. Nice. So, now let's connect everything and see what is actually happening. This and this connection. Okay, This one is going if we have a lot of basic circuits. This one is going if we have, oh, sorry, not a lot of, if we have not enough green circuits. This one is also for basic circuits. This one for basic. This one for basic. This one is actually for green. Let's double check. Basic, green, basic, basic, green, basic. Okay, we did it. We did it. It's done. It is working. Look at that. Or maybe it's not working. What's the problem? It's a bit surprising. Let's add some lights. Let's add a couple of lights. Where would we get lights? We'll get them. Okay, not here. We'll get them here. I can actually drag this whole thing to some extent. And we should be able to do it here. So, right, we could drag this. Let's do it here also for symmetry, and we can actually copy this whole thing and kind of just paste it, maybe here, here, and we'll add another line of lights right there. So now that we have lights there, we can have a light here and here, obviously. Should be working fine. Let's take a look. We are not exporting a lot of brown chips, and that's understandable because the majority of what we are producing is actually getting sent here to produce lots and lots of green chips. And I really like this build. It has one issue, just one issue that I'm aware of. We are not uncoiling solder. We're actually requesting solder assist, which might be kind of not ideal, because if you look at the amounts of things that we're actually requesting, like everything is under 30. Well, except wood, but I guess that's okay. But the solder, we are requesting 60 solder per second. So the trains will have to come really, really frequently. I feel it's still okay. The important question though, is this thing working? I think we forgot to add a connection. Let's take a look. We have a lot of brown circuits, and now all of these things stopped. The amount of brown circuits is not going up. So now this build is really working correctly, the way we wanted it to work. The most important thing, the question, if we search for some circuits, these circuits and these ones, no, not the boards, these two circuits, clicking is hard. If you look for them, what actually happened in terms of our graphs? I mean, we could also look at consumption, even though it's not really needed. 1 hour, it was basically down. And if you look at 10 hours, in the past, like, basic circuit had like some spikes, but this electronic circuit was kept at 1.8 circuits per hour. Oh, sorry, per minute. That was the cap. We like never went above it. And now, what is actually happening? So in the past it was 1.8, and now we had 3.5 electronic circuits. So we doubled the production of electronic circuits. It's supposed to be 3.6, but you know, it's fine. I'll take 3.5. No, 1,000. We doubled the production of electronic circuits, and we got a block that is like a really, really well designed. It's kind of compact. The only thing, as I said, that I don't like is the solder part, but we don't have solder coils yet. And I feel it should be possible to upgrade that part by maybe adding like one solder thing here And another solder thing could be added here. And then we'll have like some kind of connection, like spaghetti connecting those, because oh no, we will not be able to. We'll need to solve this for the solder, I think. Let's double check. If we use these coils. Oh, we can actually use a small uncoiling machine. A large one. It actually works. We can use this one or this one, whichever, and two of them will be enough. Yes, so we will upgrade this component, this city block, and we'll be able to copy it. I didn't want to copy the previous one because I felt like there's lots of room for improvement. But this one, I wouldn't mind copying it if we run out of green circuits, for example. We'll just slap a copy somewhere. I don't know, maybe here on the cross. I don't remember why I left it here, but or like really anywhere else, pretty much anywhere else. We'll just do it, and it will work really, really well. Okay, still producing. Yes, it's producing. The trains should be coming, taking things somewhere. Probably to the signs. You can see. Yes, so green circuits I needed in lots of places, and we didn't have green circuit production for an hour. So that explains this yellow light. Let's see what we actually did today. Switch green circuits to tin wires. I believe we did that. Even more than that, we also scaled it. Switch copper to coolant. We did that in like a couple of episodes. So, redesign an iron plates block. I would say it's like iron steel plates block, because we need to fix it, but at this point I'm not sure I actually want to fix that. I feel it's pretty low priority. At this point, let's double check our gardens. Is everything fine with the gardens? Are we experiencing any issues? I have some gardens just like lying around for short moments of time. This thing is really slow and I don't like it. But it's okay, it seems that majority of the stuff is working, maybe except that we're lacking some other plant life samples, which should be produced by this line of seed extractors. So we are producing gardens, that is basically happening. It's in a good shape. Let's go to the research center. Just one final thing that I want to check. Check how much science do we have. We don't have also science here and here. Oh, we're also out of science here. That right. It's because our blue science production needs green circuits, and we also short on naphtha. How is it possible that we are short on naphtha? Are we full on? Right, we are full on this. Let's do the following. Let's say if we have a lot overflow valve, have lots of these things, then we will be voiding that gas. Here. That will be voiding. And here, I want to clear this thing. So, with that done, we should have naphtha. Like, naphtha should be produced again. Right, let's get back to our green circuit build. This one, awesome build, produces a lot of green circuits. Double check. Yes, for 1 minute, it's running 3.5 thousand green circuits without any exceptions. 3.5. Completely flat line. That's great. And we are consuming pretty much all of them. Thanks everyone for watching. That was episode 155, where we redesigned and basically doubled our green socket production. See you later. Cheers.